Hello friends, it's Prajal Pathi this side and watching my YouTube channel pyGuru. Friends, this is the fourth tutorial in the series File Handling in Python. In the last tutorial we learned how can we search files using pattern matching methods in Python. Okay, so in this tutorial we'll be learning how can we copy files, how can we copy folders, how can we move files and folders, and finally we'll also be learning how to rename files and folders. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, the thing that we are going to learn is how can you copy files and folders. So see here, I have few files here. There are two directories, sample folder and files folder. Inside sample folders, I have few files, and suppose I want to move this Heroku PDF in the files folder. Okay, so let's see how can we do this. For this, we are going to use a module called the shutil module. Now shutil is also available by default. You do not have to install it, just import it like this, import shutil. Okay, the next thing is we are going to create two variables. The first one is this src, which stands for source, okay, which will store the original path of the file. So let me just copy its source. We will just copy its source from here and copy path. Okay, and the next thing is we are going to just print it here, paste it here. The next thing that we have to do is we have to remove all these backward slashes with forward slashes. So let's just replace it. Then the next thing is we are going to create a variable called a dst variable, which stores the destination location of our where we want to our file to copy our file. Okay, now I want to copy my file inside this files folder, so I'll just copy this folder path from here and paste it here. Again, we have to remove the backward slashes, replace the backward slashes with forward slashes, which we can do something like this. Now let's see how can we copy our file. Okay, so here first of all we are going to copy our heroku.pdf to this particular folder, files folder. Currently it's in the sample folder here, and then we are going to copy it to the files folder, which is currently empty. So for this we have a method that is shutil dot copy. Okay, copy to. Okay, basically we are going to use the copy to method. Okay, there are two methods, copy and copy to, but the copy method does not stores the metadata. Okay, so you cannot you will not be able to find it when the file was created, when the file was last modified, something like this. So for this we are going to use the copy to method. It is also a method available in the same shutil module. So it takes two things, the source and the destination. So if I just run this program, you will see a file will get copied from samples. It's currently here Heroku to files. See here, our file is successfully copied. Okay, so this is how you can copy your file to another folder. So this is the first way to how to copy files. Similarly, you can copy any file, either MP3 or a text file or Python file, whatever you want to copy. You can just copy it like this. Just copy it from source to destination. Remember to use the copy to method and not the copy method. Copy to method stores the metadata along with copying the file. Okay. The next thing that we are going to learn is how to copy folders. See here, inside the sample folder, I have another folder, Apple. I want to copy this Apple folder to my files folder. Let's see how can we do this. What I want to do is I want to copy Apple folder. Okay, so I want to copy my Apple folder to files folder. Now, if you want to copy a particular folder, what you have to do, you have to copy the, you have to paste this name, put it and paste it here. Okay, remember, suppose if you want to copy the Apple folder, you have to type the name of the folder in the source to, in the destination to. Okay, then for copying the folder we have another method, that is copy tree method, which we can use to copy the folder. If I just run this, you will see the whole Apple folder from the sample folder will be copied to files folder. See, this is how you can copy the whole folder. The only thing that you must have to remember is whatever the name of the folder is in the source, you have to put the same name in the destination too. Okay, so this is how you can copy files and folders using the copy to method and copy tree method. Okay, the next thing is we're going to learn how to move files and folders, but before that let me just delete these files. Let's just delete it. delete, sorry. Yep, so successfully deleted. Don't worry, in the next video we'll also learn how to delete files using Python. But for that, let's concentrate on the moving files and folders. Now suppose I want to move a file named music.mp3 to destination location. So from samples music.mp3, okay, I want to move it to files folder. So how to do it? Again, inside the shutil module, we have a function called move, which we can use. It again takes two things: source and destination. Our source is this. Inside a sample folder, we have a music.mp3, which we want to move in the destination files folder. So if I just run this program, you will see my file will be copied. But before that, before checking the result, let me tell you the difference between copy and move. In the copy, the file is first get moved and then the file remains there, okay. But in the move thing, once the file is moved, it is deleted from the source location, okay. Suppose if you are moving this music.mp3, it will first get copied to this destination and then it will get deleted from the source, okay. So if you just see this, see the music.mp3 is deleted from this particular samples folder, and now it will get copied to this files folder. So the difference is, in the copy the file does not get deleted from the source, but in the move the file get deleted from the source, okay. So this is how you can move a file. And now suppose if you want to move a folder, what you have to do, you have to type apple and then you have to again type the apple here. We have the same folder, I want to move it. There's no change, you have to do the same thing, you have to keep names to both source and destination. And for moving folders too, we have the same function shutil.move. It does not change anything. You have to just run it and it will move the entire folder from samples to files, okay. So yep, so this is how you can move files and folders using the same method, that is shutil.move. For copying, we have two different methods, copy to and copy tree, okay. But for move, we have the same function. It takes a source location and the destination location. So this is the way. Now let's move to renaming files and folders. For renaming files and folders, we are going to use the OS module, okay. And let me just remove this. Suppose what I want is, I want to rename this heroku.pdf, which is, let me just type here, heroku.pdf. Here we have to put a forward slash. Suppose I want to rename it to, let's say, Heroku backup.pdf, okay. I want to rename it something like this, from heroku.pdf to heroku backup.pdf. So for this, we are going to use the OS module to rename the file. So it's very easy, os.rename. Again, it takes two things, the source and the destination, okay. Here you can change the variable name. You might name your variable something like this, initial name and then final name. Okay, let me just initial and then final, so that you do not get confused, okay. Just something like this. So os.rename, and then again it takes two variables, the initial name, or you can say the original name, and then the final name, that is the output name, okay. So if we just do this, name os, here we haven't imported the os set, or I just deleted little line, sorry, import os. If I just do this, see our file will get renamed. Here I did a mistake. I changed the files thing, okay. Here basically my mistake. Here, since I have changed the folder name from sample to file, that why it was moved, okay. The rename folder is also used for moving. So if you do not need to use the shutil, you can use the rename method too, but I didn't want to use this one. What I want to do is, let me just do it once again. so that I will may be able to explain you. Okay, see here inside a sample we have another PDF, that is wa.pdf. So what I am to do is I want to rename this wa.pdf, but I do not want to move it, so I will keep it inside sample folder. Okay, so instead of wa I want to WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp.pdf. So if I just now run this, see, instead of moving, a file will just get renamed w.pdf to whatsapp.pdf. Similarly, if I want to rename this pslv.jpg, what I could do is, here you have to simply type pslv.jpg, and I want to rename it to, let's say, rocket.jpg. Okay, so if I just run this program, you will see our PSLV will get renamed to rocket. So this is the way you can rename your files. Now let's see how can we rename our folders. So for this, we want to get our source will be files. Remember to put a /, okay, and the destination will be, or the output name will be files, let's say, renamed. Okay, this will be my output folder name. After renaming, I want this after renaming, file handling, files renaming. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to rename my files folder to files renamed folder. Okay, so let's just run this program, and the same function will also rename our folders. See, the files folder is now renamed to files renamed. Okay, so this is how you can use the rename method to rename files and folders. Remember, if you just change the directory, it will also move your files, so remember to keep this in mind. So this is how you can use the shutil and OS module to copy, move and rename your files and folders. Yep, so this is it for this video, guys. Hope you learned something new. If you are new to my channel, subscribe it, like this video or dislike it. Thank you. See you in the next video.